Hey there, thank you for joining me for today's practice. My name is Paula. So today's sequence will move through the whole body. Really great if you just want to do this in the morning to energize, just get things flowing a little bit, or any time throughout the day, or even in the evening if you've been sitting down all day and you just really want to get your body moving. So for today's practice, you don't really need anything. I've got a block, you can just have one nearby in case you want to use it for anything. We're going to make a start in child's pose, so when you're ready, let's make a start. So just slightly towards the back end of your mat, big toes together, knees a bit wider than the hips, and then start to walk your hands forward. You might be able to bring the forehead all the way down to the mat. When you feel ready to do so, you can start to lift the elbows away from the mat, reaching the tailbone back down behind you. Starting to connect with your breathing. Deep breath in and deep breath out. As you inhale, thinking about lengthening out through both sides of the waist. As you exhale, drawing that tailbone down in between the feet. Just one more breath here. And then walk the hands over to the left-hand side. If you can, maybe stack that right hand on top of the left. Draw that right sitting bone down. Starting to open up that right side of the body. It's continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. And then walk the hands across to the right-hand side. Option to stack the left hand on top of the right if you can. Drawing that left sitting bone down now. And then walking the hands back to center. Just reaching forward one more time, one more full breath. And then walking your hands up to seated and make your way into all fours. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spreading into those fingers. And shift the weight forward and back over the hands. So just feeling that weight just dropping into the wrists, trying to press down into all 10 knuckles of the hands, crown of the head reaching forward and tailbone reaching back. And then taking that movement side to side, so going across to the left and the right. Just keeping your breathing easy here. And then when you're ready, start to take some small circles around the wrists. Keep the breathing open and easy here. Changing the direction of the circle when you're ready. And then coming into stillness, just resetting those knees underneath the hips if they've shifted around. Taking a couple of cat-cows here, releasing the belly down, tip of the shoulders away from the ears, lifting the eyes to inhale. And then as you exhale, curling the tailbone under, draw the belly button in, tucking the chin in. And then again, inhale, unfurling the spine, lifting the eyes. And then exhale to go the other way. And one more time, inhaling. And exhaling. And then coming back into your neutral spine. Take this right leg out to the sides. We're just lining up this right heel with the left knee, and then tuck the left toes under here. And taking that right arm up towards the ceiling, use the eyes to follow the hand to inhale. As you exhale, soften through this left elbow and start to thread this right arm under, pressing down through the outside edge of that right foot. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale, threading it under the left. And again, inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhaling and exhale. Last time, take it up, inhale. As you exhale, wrap this right arm behind the back and you're trying to reach for the inside of that left thigh. Just rotating the shoulders to the ceiling. You can turn the eyes to look up, shoulders away from the ears. Reaching that right arm up, inhale, and then exhale, place that right hand down. Start to walk your hands a little bit further forward as you push your hips back. So make sure those left toes are tucked under, pressing the sitting bones back, press down through the outside edge of that right foot. Open breathing. And then bring the hands back underneath the shoulders and bring that right leg back in, releasing the toes. Taking a couple of cat-cows here in between sides. Inhale, lifting the eyes. Exhale, go the other way. Inhale and exhale. And then coming back to center. Taking that left leg out to the side, left heel lining up with that right knee. Tuck the right toes under. And then let's take that left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, using the eyes to follow the hand. As you exhale, soften through that right elbow and threading the left arm under. And then inhale, reach it up. Exhale, threading under. Inhale, reach it up. And then exhale. And again, inhaling. And exhale. Last one, reach it up, inhale. Wrap that right arm behind the back, reaching for the inside of that right thigh and just using that as a little bit of a lever to try to rotate the shoulders to the ceiling. And reach that left arm up, inhale, exhale, bringing it back down to the mat. Starting to shift the hips back, keep the right toes tucked under and walk your hands slightly forward. So thinking about down facing dog, upper torso and arms. Press down through the outside edge of that left foot. And then bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. And let's bring that left leg back in. Turning the fingers in towards the knees if that's available for you. And just a couple of cat-cows with the palms facing down and fingers turning back. Inhale, lift the eyes. Exhale, draw the belly button in, tuck the chin in. And again, inhaling, releasing the belly down, lift the eyes. And then exhaling. And one more, inhale. And exhale. And releasing. Bring the fingers to point forward once again, tucking the toes under, coming into your down facing dog. Feeling free to hold stillness, or if you'd like to take a pedal out through the feet, just going for that. And then allowing those heels just to drop back down if you're pedaling the feet. And then let's start to walk the feet up towards the top edge of the mat. It's coming all the way up. Coming into your Uttanasana with the feet hip distance apart, parallel. Let the head be really relaxed. Take a couple of breaths here. So allowing the back of the neck to be long. And then bend through the knees, drop the hips down, spinal roll all the way up to standing. Letting those shoulders drop down and away from the ears. Crown of the head is reaching up. Take those arms forward and up. Inhaling, pressing down through the feet. Drop the tailbone down and start to lift the sternum up as you open up through the arms. And then let's take the hands onto the back of the pelvis, fingers pointing up if you can, otherwise just pointing down. Using the thumbs to press the back of the pelvis down as you open through the chest, squeeze the elbows. Maybe you can drop the head back. Inhale. As you exhale, coming all the way back up, folding forward through the hips, bending through the knees as much as you need to fold down into your Uttanasana. Let the head be relaxed. Inhale into your halfway lift. Hands can stay down or come up onto the shin bones, drawing the belly button in. And then exhale, folding down. Bending through the knees. Take a spinal roll to come up to standing once again. Take the arms up to shoulder height. Take the right arm underneath, left arm on top, wrapping the arms around, coming into your eagle arms here. Lifting the elbows up slightly. Inhale. As you exhale, take a side bend to the right. Both shoulders keep pointing forward. Inhale through center, side bend to the left. And then inhale to come to center. Exhale to the right. And we're going to keep folding down to our Uttanasana. So bend through the knees. Let yourself fold all the way down. Take a moment here, if you can, keeping your arms in eagle. And then releasing those arms. Bend through the knees, spinal roll to come up to standing once again. Take the hands forward and we're going to start to take a twirl through the fingers. So we're trying to articulate through each finger as you start to bring the arms up above the head. That's as much as you can, all the way up. When you get to the top, interlace the fingers, press the palm side of the hands up towards the ceiling, press down through the feet, take a big inhale. As you exhale, draw the elbows in towards the sides of the body and maybe the sternum and the eyes lift and releasing down. Once again, take those arms forward and up. Inhale. Drop the tailbone down, lift through the sternum, let those arms open out and take the hands to the back of the pelvis, thumbs to the midline of the body, using the hands to drop the tailbone down, maybe the head drops back. Inhaling. Exhale. Coming all the way back up and folding down, Uttanasana, let the head relax down. Inhale into your halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, spine roll to come all the way up. Take the arms up to shoulder height. Left arm underneath, right arm on top now, wrapping the arms around. I forgot to say this last time. If you can't hold your forearms, then feel free to just hold your shoulders, wrapping those arms as much as you can. Try to lift the elbows, take an inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center, side bend to the right. Inhale, center, side bend to the left. Keep bending over, bend through the knees, and then let yourself fall down into your Uttanasana here, letting the head be relaxed, keeping the arms there for a moment, and then releasing those arms, spinal roll to come all the way up to standing. Take the hands forward, starting to turn the wrists and articulate through the fingers as you bring the arms up above the head. Trying to get a sense of each individual finger if you can. And then once you're above the head, interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms, the hands up to the ceiling, taking a big inhale, reach up through both sides of the waist. As you exhale, draw the elbows into the sides of the body, lift the sternum, lift the eyes, and then coming back up to center. One more time, a little change now as we go down. Take an inhale, dropping the tailbone down, releasing those arms, take the hands to the back of the pelvis, dropping the head back. Inhale. Exhale as you come up, folding down, Uttanasana. Inhale into your halfway lift, draw the navel in, draw the quadriceps up, and then exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step back into down dog. Just finding your down facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. Steady the gaze in between the ankles. Pressing down through the inner edges of the hands. Just rising up on the balls of the feet slightly if you're not already there. And then let's take this right leg up into your three-legged dog and let's bend into this left knee a little bit. Keep reaching out through that right foot. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest and step it forward
in between the hands, dropping down onto that left knee, releasing the back toes. Sweep the arms up into your low lunge, reaching the pinky fingers up towards the ceiling. Eyes can gaze straight ahead for a moment. Grounding down through that right heel. Keep lifting through both fronts of the hips. If you can shift the hips slightly forward and start to reach up through the sternum. Reach up through the pinky fingers. Take an inhale, maybe eyes looking up. As you exhale, let's cactus the arms down, drawing the elbows down. And then inhale, reach the hands back up. Exhale, circle the hands back. And just like when we were standing in our Tadasana, fingers on the back of the pelvis, drop the tailbone down, shift the hips forward, squeeze the elbows in, taking an inhale. As you exhale, let's release the hands down by this front foot. Taking an inhale to hold, and then exhale, start to straighten into this front leg. So coming into our Ardha Hanumanasana, flexing that right foot up towards the face. This is somewhere you might want to use your block or blocks if you've got them. If you can, just hold it here for a moment, keeping this right foot flex, taking an inhale. As you exhale, rotate this right foot out to the side. So we're coming a little bit more into this outer hip, which we've been working on a little bit since the beginning of the practice. Crown of the head reaching forward. If you want to increase this stretch without tilting the hips over to the left as you do this, you start to walk the hands over to the right. Keeping that right foot flex, toes towards the face. Keep breathing. And then let's rotate back to center, taking one full breath. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe starting to go just a little bit further forward if you've got the space. And then we're going to start to come back up again. Bend into this right leg. Place the foot down. Tuck the back toes under. We're bringing this left knee in just a little bit here, just to give us a bit of a shorter stance. And then come up with the arms. Inhale. Palms of the hands come together. And draw the hands down into your prayer position in front of the chest. We're going for a twist here. So we're going to take that left elbow, hook, and then looking over that right shoulder. If you need to just give yourself a little bit of a hand here, feel free to use your right hand to just tuck that left elbow in a little bit more. Keep the breathing open. And then on the next in-breath, let's release the hands down and frame the front foot, stepping back into down dog. And taking one full breath here in your down facing dog. Rising up on the balls of the feet slightly as you take that left leg up into your three-legged dog. Keep the leg parallel. And let's bend into this right knee here. Keep reaching out through that left foot. Taking an inhale. As you exhale, knee comes into the chest to step that left foot forward in between the hands. Dropping down to that right knee. Release the back toes down. Take the arms up into your Anjaneyasana or low lunge position here. Reaching the arms up. You can just look straight ahead for now. Grounding down through that left heel. And then if there's a space, start to shift the hips slightly forward, reach the pinky fingers up, lifting the sternum, maybe lifting the eyes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, cactus the arms. And then inhale, reach them back up. And then exhale, circle the arms back behind you. Place the hands onto the back of the pelvis, thumbs to the inside. Dropping that pelvis down, maybe using a little bit of weight just to shift the hips forward, squeeze the elbows in. Eyes looking up, take an inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands, framing the front foot. Taking another in-breath here. As you exhale, let's straighten into this left leg, flexing the left foot towards the face. Remembering this is where you can use your blocks if you need to. Try to keep that left foot parallel as much as you can. For now, drop the shoulders down, take an inhale. As you exhale, rotate this left foot out to the side. Keep drawing that left quadricep up. Open breathing. And then if you would like to, without shifting the hips over to the right, start to walk the hands over to the left-hand side. Keeping that left foot flexed. Open breathing. Gently hugging the navel in as you exhale. And then walk the hands back to the center, rotate the left foot back up to the ceiling, taking an inhale. As you exhale, walking the hands forward if you've got a little bit more space. And then let's bend into that left leg, just framing the front foot with the hands. Tuck the back toes under, just so you can shunt this right knee in a little bit, shortening your stance. Taking the arms up, inhale, palms, hands come together, bring the hands down into your prayer in front of the chest, and we're going for our twist here. So turning the shoulders to the left, hooking that right elbow over that left thigh, maybe using that left hand, trying to get yourself a little bit more tucked in. Palms, the hands sealing together, looking over the left shoulder if you can. Just thinking about trying to bring the palms, the hands a little bit more in towards the center of the chest as the shoulders turn to the left. And then inhale, releasing the hands down and stepping back into your down facing dog. Taking one full breath here. Exhaling completely. Coming down onto the knees, just so we can transition. So we're sitting down, sitting over to one side, extend the legs out long in front of you, and then lying down on your back. Feet hip distance apart, arms down by your side. Just take a moment, let the back body relax down into the mat. And then taking an inhale, as you exhale, spinal roll the hips up towards the ceiling. Coming into your Setu Bandhasana here, arms can stay down, you can place the palms down, or if you'd like to interlace the fingers underneath the back and maybe creeping up a little bit high on the tips of the shoulders. Press down through the base of the big toes, so we're not splaying onto the outside edges of the feet. Reaching the tailbone in between the knees. One more full breath. And then one more inhale. As you exhale, let's release all the way back down. Taking the left leg up to the ceiling and then the right leg up to the ceiling, flexing through the feet. Arms down by your side, palms facing down. So in a Supta Dandasana, so just the lying variation of your Dandasana or staff pose. And you can stay here. If you would like to, you can reach up, bring the legs a little bit closer towards you, holding the backs of the calves or the ankles, or if you can, taking hold of both big toes with the first two fingers. Trying to relax the shoulder heads back down to the mat as you press the back of the pelvis down. Inner edges of the feet pressing forward. And so with each exhale, you might find a little bit more space, maybe start to bend those elbows or not. Just see where your body's at. Taking one more full breath. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe bringing the legs in a little bit closer. And then gently bending through the legs, releasing the toes or the ankles, feet down. And then let's extend the legs out long, letting the feet fall away from one another.
Arms a little bit away from the body, palms facing up. Making any little adjustments just to make yourself feel comfortable. Make sure you feel warm. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more times like that, making as much noise as feels good for you, or even just making it quite small. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more time. Inhaling and exhaling. Just allowing the breathing to settle back into its natural rhythm. Just allowing the face to be soft. Relaxing the front of the throat and soft belly. Whole body, letting go. Resting here for the next few minutes. Please feel free to stay resting here for as long as you would like to. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I'll see you next time. Namaste.